Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? I mean, just an announcement, I've started to have regular Saturday classes at 6 o'clock in the evening. As I say all the time, most of you live a pretty big commute. But if you're in the neighborhood and you want to be in class, there will be a class from now on every Saturday at 6 o'clock. I find that the in-person classes are really very deep and very wonderful, and I'd like to really start continuing them again. I had a session with somebody today that came up, and we had a very deep meditation class, and I just want to make myself available, for people. If somebody wants to come to Stamford, Connecticut and spend a week, we probably would have meditation classes every day. Does anyone else, or does anyone have a question they would like to ask? People talk about love, kindness, peace. A lot of people talk about this, and I think it's a very important subject, and I think it's very good that people do talk about it instead of people really destroying each other and tearing each other to pieces. And, and talking about it is one thing. The actual transformation of a human being to where they can sustain an open heart and live that way all the time is probably one of the most difficult things to do on earth. Requires amount of deep inner training, the spiritual life, the capacity to transform tension into joy and love and to truly master our inner selves. This is the goal of all humanity. This is the goal, and I truly believe it's why we're born on earth, to learn how to take all the suffering, and mostly inside ourselves, and transform it into an open heart, into love. And this is more than just words about it. It truly is doing it and overcoming perhaps one of the most difficult things that people have to deal with in their lifetime. Just becoming happy, living with love, kindness, joy, is a major step in the evolution of the human soul towards finally becoming one with God. And a step that every human being must take at some point, in their evolution, whether it's in this lifetime or 100 lifetimes down the road, they have to take that step for the soul to enter an enlightened state of being. Now, if 8 billion people took that step, there would be no more wars in this world. There would be no more fighting. People would respect each other. It's like Voltaire said, I disagree with what you say, but I'd give my life for your right to say it. That kind of profundity would exist in the human race because people have managed to live with an open heart, to sustain that openness, and to not get involved in all the prejudice and, conflict and knowing better, the righteousness, that creates so much problems in the world. And I honestly believe the soul of a human being is born into this incarnation to learn how to do this. And it's the final step in the evolution of the soul and the attainment of a state of spiritual enlightenment. And what does that mean? It's the perfection of our humanity. The development of ourselves on the highest level of what it means to be human. And it's just being a happy person, joy, love, kindness, compassion. That's the work. And I believe it's the work that we're all born here to learn how to do. And until people learn how to do it, they better accept the fact there's going to be a lot of conflict in the world. And even that conflict is a reminder of what they have to do for themselves. Instead of getting swept away in it and all that, I got to become more human. I have to build me. I have to reach a place where there's compassion and love. And I reach a place where I'm no longer right. A major place that a person has to reach, and where they stop being right. And they can accept their limitations and they can use every limitation they have, not as a reason to combat other people, but to grow in their lives and truly develop higher levels of what it means to be human. I mean, the words themselves don't mean anything. The doing it is what everything is all about. It's why we're born here, to learn how to do this. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And if we don't learn it, just accept that there is just going to be endless conflict, and there'll be endless conflict anyway, because I promise you, 8 billion people are not going to learn to do this in the present. So, how do we deal with it? What does it remind us that we have to do? We have to become more human. We have to learn to forgive the world for the indiscretions and madness that goes on in the world, and to grow inside ourselves and build a chakra system that really keeps the heart open and deeply and profoundly connected to the Shakti that flows out of the universe to nurture us, and help us to build that kind of an inner life. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And this is not stuff that you have to understand. This is stuff you just have to do. There's a big difference between understanding what love is and being able to truly unconditionally love oneself, other people, life, the good, the bad, the indifferent, and the ugly. Does anyone have a question? And just to finish this, the best thing about this is it all gets back to one simple reality. We are all responsible for ourselves. And we can't blame our unhappiness on other human beings. We can't blame the things that are wrong with us on other people, because we can fix them. We have everything that's necessary to fix them. It's just a matter of using those tools consciously. And when you start fixing yourself, you realize, hey, it's nobody else's fault. The only person, I say it all the time, that all of us are up against is ourselves. And that's pretty cool. Does anyone have a question? Okay, if there are no questions, then there'll be meditation tomorrow at 1 and at 7:30. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. And you're here for and responsible for these words that are coming out of me. Your very presence is forcing me to go deeper into myself and open more to a higher. And that's what life should be. It should make us go deeper into ourselves and open to a much higher force of energy. So thank you, and God bless you all, and looking forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you, Stuart. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Damn it.